and welcome to Intelligence High School Debate. I'm your host, Samisolang. Now, people say that life is akin to a marathon and that you need to persevere and stay focused until the very end. This is the 8th and last episode of the preliminary round, so let's get right into it. First, here are the rules. The number of super-aged countries in the world is increasing by the year, and Korea is no stranger to the concept of an aging population. So that begs the question, should governments prioritize welfare to those living with elderly parents? That sounds like the makings of a debate, so let's have it. First, the Prime Minister. Please step forward to the podium.
Along with the sufficient education, rather than letting them slip away with 2 weeks or even no punishment at all when they have committed serious crimes such as murder or rape. So, and if they are so immature as the opposition advocate, we believe that...
Yes, ma'am.
Don't you think it is also a government's job to rehabilitate the youngsters if the education is successfully adopted?
Yes, but I told you that there is a high chance that the education will not be successful because these felonies that we're talking about are very serious.
So did she do a better job than the Prime Minister? The Prime Minister received 30 out of 50 lights. So let's check how many lights have been switched on for the Leader of Opposition. Just 7 out of 50. Okay, let's see if the Deputy Prime Minister can continue this winning momentum.
Mr. and Madam Speaker, we find it very helpful that this policy not only motivates people to take their elderly parents and take care of them with their full effort, but also how it can really actually benefit society in terms that it can solve the aging society problems in a very effective way.
When trouble comes, my heart burdened be, then I am still and wait here in the silence until you come and sit a while with me. Sorry, I'm not that talented.
Okay, that was the government whip arguing for the motion, and he highlighted in his argument that adult trials often lead to longer and harsher punishments, which mean that punishment is more effective at preventing recidivism. I'm seeing that almost all the lights have been switched on, so let's find out the exact number, 44 out of 50. So that brings a total to 87 out of 100 for the closing government. Well done.
Speaking fluently, it's not debate. So I have to be able to be logical, explain, be reasonable, and be fair.
In terms of when you're delivering argumentation, you need to do them fully as opposed to just giving the labels. So after you've given the label of your argument, oftentimes I'm left with the question of why or how.
If you have to look at the paper in order to get your words out, you're finished. You will not be able to abide by your script. So think about, understanding what the text says rather than just having it in your head.
And because it looks like a camera monitor, it definitely gives a room for users to actually take hidden camera photos of other people. And taking pictures without the person's consent is definitely clear crime. Secondly, I want to talk about how it risks cyber security because you will make...
Would you like to continue or would you like to end there?
Can I have 10 more seconds?
Okay.
Thank you. Secondly, I want to talk about how it risks cybersecurity because
there are actions that are regulated by the government that do not have the possibility to affect all members, such as drunk driving. Some people will get away with it, some people will be safe with it. However, it is dangerous and that's why it is banned.
We don't think that the potentials of harm for augmented reality is as comparable to drunk driving. And I'm going to extend this by saying that there is no causal relationship and there's no particular exclusiveness because...
there is a technology called deep brain stimulation that could replace this technology without the addition of meshworks. And also the cons of this technology, I believe, as we believe, outweighs the pros of this neural lace technology.
Yes, the deep brain stimulation, if I believe, was technology that developed in the 1987 to help those get relieved of their tremor effects for those who have Parkinson's disease.
Case of Finland. And ladies and gentlemen, where is Finland now? The Finland media call themselves Helsinki for their capital, Helsinki. And that makes it so clear that Finland's experiment has failed, and now the Finland's, like many other countries in Europe, their economy is in shambles. And what the government side is proposing to you, everyone, is that they will happily lead our nation into a failed experiment.
All right, regardless of the results, I'm grateful, and I want to congratulate all 8 students for their hard work and effort today. All right, that's all the time we have left for today. today. Intelligence High School Debate aims to change the world through the insight of our talented high school students. That's all the time we have left for today. Next week, we have the very final episode of the preliminary round, so please don't miss that. We'll see you next week. Thank you and goodbye.